One. Hello again, listeners, and welcome back to the Kotu Classic FPL podcast. One last time before the close of the season.
Yeah,
This is game week 38 preview. So I know it's been a while, so we've been
yeah.
busy with other
Is
things.
it
Definitely.
is a half season preview?
We've missed a few episodes, but we're back to close the show, for the season. Hopefully,
Yeah,
more next season will be more consistent, and we have a few things in store for you, a more like revamp. And but in the meantime, you can check the Jollof Football Bantaba. We have a few programs there, live streams that are going on. So all our
yeah.
fans out there, please
We are in the
check out
World Cup fever.
World Cup under 20.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we are going to discuss game week 38, last game week of the season. Chama. Before we
yeah.
get into that, how was your game week 37? I hear that not many people are talking about it because I guess it was a kind of like a low scoring game week. So a few red arrows here and there. But get us started with your 37.
Uh, yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while, but yeah, I think over the past few game weeks, I've been consistently doing well.
Hmm.
Game week 36 was my first red arrow, I believe,
Oh, wow. Okay.
in a very long time, to be
Mhm.
honest. But of course, the position I am in, it is very easy to get a green arrow.
Yeah.
So that is the reality. And yeah, my game week was not great, but I ended up with 63 points. 63 points. That's about 60. No, 60. Yeah, 63 points. Just below the just above the average. Average was 52, but in the context that it was a game week, it's a double game week. 63 points is usually
It's it's kind of
a
low.
point that we get on a single game week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in a double game week where Manchester City double, Manchester United double, teams that are very teams that we always want to invest our money on, then it was a disappointing 63 points in a way. But nonetheless, yeah, it is what it is what it is. I had Everson. He was in, like, actually I had Ederson in goal. Let me just share my team up in
Yeah.
the
Let's see
screen.
your team.
Yeah. Uh yeah, this was my team. And 63 points, like you can see. I had Everson of Leicester City.
Nine
Yeah,
points. Okay.
surprisingly with his nine
Surprising.
points.
Yeah.
Three
Very very surprising. I was expecting. Yeah, I was
actually he
expecting
was
that
on.
Newcastle would trash Leicester, but I was. It's good for us anyway as a Man U fan. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
complaining.
Definitely. So he came
Yeah.
off the bench. Actually, Ederson was my keeper. He did
Okay.
not start, and yeah, whi- which is yeah, Ederson did not play in the double game week for City because they won the league. Of course, Arsenal lost, so which means City did not need their game. Like, it
Yeah.
was not important for them anymore after Arsenal lost against Nottingham Forest. So Ederson did not start any of the double game weeks. Grealish too got injured, so Trippier came in for me, and Dallo too did not play any of the double game weeks. It seems Wan Bissaka is now the first choice at Man United.
Yep.
So yeah, that was it. And like everyone, I captain Haaland with gave me 12 points. I don't know why I even do that, because at this stage of the season, I should just be
You
having
should be.
fun,
Yeah.
not captaining players that I will not have any fun with. But yeah, it was what it is. I got a 63 points. And how did you do?
Um, I was tempted, to what do you call it again? To take a hit. I wish I didn't take a hit, but I was tempted to take a hit. I took the hit. I was like, whatever the case, let me just go ahead with it and do something fun. That's why the
Yeah,
season should end quickly before I start having too much fun and taking hits. But I think I ended up with 65 points.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I ended up with 65 points minus the 4, so that's about 61. So not too bad. I didn't get a green arrow, of course, it was a red, but it was a slight red because I think I was on 50 something, 40 something thousand inside the first 50K.
mhm.
Now I'm at 58,000. So small drop. That's not too bad. At least I don't remember who came in
Mhm.
by my transfers. But I made two transfers. One of them was Alvarez. He was just coming in and out of my team because I was sure that Man City were going to rotate, and actually they did. So
Mhm.
yeah. I think
Eze, I
Eze
think
came into my
Eze
team.
was the one who came in,
Yeah, Eze
isn't
was
he?
one that came into my team. So
Mm.
not too bad. I was expecting more from him because he's on form right now. So that's why I decided to take the hit, bring him in. But yeah, the 65 points all out, minus 4, 61. I could have done better if I didn't take a hit. But the two players I brought in gave me 5 and 9 points. So I don't think I need to complain. I wish I would have gotten somebody else out of the team anyways. But yeah, we move.
Yeah. Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
and the grand scheme of things, I think your season has been very it has been
Well,
doing you have
man,
been doing well. It is so unfortunate that we came on the week
it is. It is.
where is a like the mood is quite low because of the red arrows and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, overall, like as we know, I think we discussed in the earlier in the season, you had a target of
Mhm.
like 100,000. So now it seems that one is almost a foregone conclusion. You're gonna finish in the top
Of course,
100K.
yeah. If
So
we
now
keep
you are pushing.
thinking, yeah,
Yeah.
if we
So it
can
has
do it.
been, yeah,
Go
it
on.
has been a very good journey. I know you, I know you are playing it down, but it has been an exceptional journey, isn't it?
It's one of my best seasons because last season I set myself a target of 100K, but that was impossible. So this
Hmm.
time around, like everything, things have been going on. We have not been recording as consistent as we wanted to be, but you can see that
Yeah,
progress has been made.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I'll take this season like a really big step in my FPL career, as you can call it, career.
yeah. Yeah,
So
your career. You're gonna move in. Yeah, that is the step you needed. You need that step.
yeah.
That springboard to take you into the elite. Boy, I'm even speaking Wolof because
The
I'm so
elite.
used to speaking Wolof on the Yellow Football
Oh,
Bantaba
you love
YouTube
football
channel these days.
Bandaba, I know. Yeah, man,
But
but
yeah,
yeah, it's all been good. It's so sad that we didn't document that, but that's fine. At least now we're here for the final season, final episode of the season, so that's fine. So moving on to
yeah.
the Kotu Classic league, FPL
Yeah,
league.
let's look at it.
Yeah, the mini league. So looking at it, let's say this time I'll just talk about the top 10 since this is the last episode.
Hmm.
So I've been in the like this I'm proud of because I've been in the top 10 for the past, I think, few weeks, or few
Yeah,
game weeks. So it's been a while. I've just been going up. The highest I've been was fourth, I think. But yeah,
yeah.
in 10th, we have the Congo FPL banner. Ninth is the
Congo.
Icon Strategy. Eighth, we have
Yeah.
myself, Glazers out. Moving up to
Hmm.
seventh is Chisco FC. And still in sixth is Team Maverick. Still in fifth is Champ 2023. Moving
Yeah.
down, fourth is Party at Epstein's. Moving up to third is the Pinnacle. And second is McManaman. And first is Freetown Force FC, Mr. Fantasy. So some of these
Yeah.
names have been are familiar, so you can see.
Yeah, number one, I think that one is kind of it's kind of a Manchester City kind of type of team who yeah, who just blew out everyone this season because
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is catching him. About 50 points, almost 50 points ahead of second place. It's not
Wow.
happening. I don't think so. Do you think?
I
Do you
mean,
think? Can you see
it's
anything
possible.
happening there?
I don't think they have any chips left, of course, but I think it's possible.
Is
Nothing
it?
is impossible this season. If I can do it, I guess anybody can.
No, but for the final game week
Oh yeah, yeah.
to
I think
yeah,
it might be a bit too much to do right now. Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Um,
actually, you know the league I play, like the money league.
mhm.
They like in the last few weeks, there is something amazing that happened there. I would not want to show that league on this on this platform, but like there was a runaway leader like this. He was number one for he was an
The whole
Arsenal
season.
kind of the whole season, and
Oh,
he's a top manager. He's a very very good manager because I have been with him like in this kind of battles
okay.
for a while now. So he was always there, and he's there this season. So he was at it. I was like, oh, this guy is gonna win everything. And then like that week that Wilson went mad and
Oh yeah,
Newcastle.
yeah. I think that was
That was last week. That was
I
last
think
week,
that was
right?
last week. Yeah, that was last week. Yeah,
So he was not having Wilson. He was not Isaac did not do much, right? I
yeah. It's
think
Wilson that actually came. Yeah, they were saying it's either people preferred Isaac to Wilson because they thought he wouldn't play.
exactly. Exactly. I believe he got Isaac in that game week, and then his opponents they got Wilson. Even though some captain him, some did not captain him, but the fact that he did not have Wilson and the
Yeah.
Brighton players like Estepinian who scored that goal, and I believe he did not have Salah too. Salah too was went mad that game week with about 16 points or something, or
Mhm.
Trent. So he was missing a lot of key players,
Key
and
players,
all
yeah.
of a sudden, from 50 points, he dropped outside to around fifth or
Huh?
sixth, something like that.
Just one
And
game
you know
week.
that like just one game week, he was running away with it, and I was like, okay, this year is his turn. All of a sudden, this thing turn around. But yeah, I will show you later that scenario. It was so strange for me.
Yeah. So do we have a manager of the week for this week? Because the score seems a bit close or closer.
Uh I
I
have to
see.
confirm. Yeah, I will have to confirm that. Unfortunately, I just
Yeah, I
yeah.
see it's like close scores. I see an 86, 87, and then a few 80s, 83s there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But let's just look at one. It might not be the manager of the week, but let's just it's AA. I think. Let me
Uh-huh.
see. Number 35. If you go down, number 35.
Oh no, number 35. Let me just go down. Uh I can just confirm that. I just went to the code to the league table
Okay.
on the live FPL. That's where I usually confirm these things. So just give me a minute.
Mhm. Yeah. So it's like I said, it's been a competitive league, mini league this season.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like movement in the top 10 all the time. So that
Uh-huh.
just goes to show you how competitive it's been this season. But yeah, it's good for the league. It's good for us as well. That we're doing well. If you do well in this league, you know that you're actually doing well overall in FPL. So yeah,
Definitely.
so that's that. A few names that I think have been in mainstay. Thomas Bright, Mana Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who else? Felix
Uh
Dad,
yeah.
I think, has also been there.
Actually, you got it right. I think it's number 35. He is the manager of the week.
Yeah.
I think
Let's
I
let's
think
look at click on his team. Yeah, let's see.
let's see his team. That's his team.
Yeah, it's okay. He played the triple captain. It's not bad, but it's I don't think it's a good
So,
week to play the triple captain. But I mean, he's 87. 87 is good for this week anyway. So
yeah, somewhere keeping the attribute have captain for this final game week, and then Haaland ended up
yeah,
not
I know,
playing.
right? Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was benched for one of the games.
So
But
congrats
yeah,
AJ for being manager of the week. Like some good players, like Foden is a differential this week. Foden, Fernandez, yeah, those two. I think having
yeah,
them,
Bruno.
yeah. And Enciso too. Is it Enciso?
And
Enciso.
Ciso, he's a very good player.
Enciso, thank you. That's what you pronounce it.
And Ciso, he scored a brilliant goal against
Yeah,
Manchester City. That was a top
that
class
was
goal,
that was a top
similar
goal.
to the one he scored against Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pretty young too, 19 years old. I'm a fan of this guy. He's really good.
yeah, he has a bright future.
That's a
But
bright.
I hope next season FPL don't make him a striker. Because he does not play
Mm.
like he's not a striker. He plays
He's a
out
10.
wide. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a 10 or stuff
yeah.
like that. So he should not be a striker in the game.
Mhm.
That kind of uh like
Remove the like
like
the attractiveness of the
the
whole. Yeah,
attractiveness. Yeah, that's why
it's
I did
not
not get
there.
him. I did not even I never considered him for my team. But yeah, hopefully next
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Because the other guys, Brighton, Mitoma, and what's his name again?
McAllister
McAllister. The
match.
guy they have went, the guy they
Yeah.
have went a little
Next
bit mixed. Yeah,
next season their
next
price is
season.
gonna it's gonna go up.
Yeah, and then that's it. So you have to find a new one.
Yeah, I know. Move
So
on to something else.
the battle to find that one is the
Yeah.
challenge next season. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to another segment, the fan corner.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
this
No,
week was
I will start. I will start that one. I will start that one. Yeah, I think it's a big one this week.
yeah,
Because they like it's not like it's big because for Liverpool we are done for our season, and Manchester United season in the league too is done because you have got the target that you set for yourself at the start of the season, that is top four,
top four, yeah.
and over Liverpool. So big congratulations to United. And like I think for me personally, I kind of I'm not usually the one who give up, but like I kind of see that this was done long time ago because the way Liverpool were, even that surge that Liverpool had, I feel it was too little, too
Too
late.
late, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so to get into that position, yeah, I think even in the Kotu Classic group, some people were like, "Hey, Liverpool is gonna be because of that form." I say, like, you really are joking. Like, I just laughed at those kind of comments
But
or stuff like that.
but it
But
was
yeah, big
close.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
thank you,
not.
man. Thank you. But it was close, and the thing is, it shouldn't have been close because you
Mhm,
guys like took a while for you to pick up the form. It was only the
mhm,
last, let's say, 10 games or even less than that. So
yeah,
we actually made you guys come into contention for top four. Like,
Mhm.
because we were losing games we shouldn't be losing, based on our form this season. We should be winning some of those games. It should have been long gone. At least we should have had a comfortable third,
Yeah.
but we didn't, but still, like, in the final stretch, we actually made it on the last
Mhm.
or second to last day, game of the week
Yeah.
of the season,
You know,
sorry.
if you
But it should have been
you know if
something.
you are
Yeah, that
yeah
should have been a long gone
yeah
by now. So, but
yeah
still, I understand the number of games we've played, the form, and the consistency. Players are tired, but it's the same for almost everybody in the league this season. A
definitely
lot of stuff games after the World Cup and stuff like that. So
definitely
anyway, I'm happy that we are in the top four. Qualify
yeah.
for Champions League. The next thing I
Mhm.
want to get, I want us to be done with is this ownership thing, because it's stopping us from planning for next season. Just want to get done with it. I
how
don't really
how 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 is that going? What is the latest on that? What
I
what,
don't
what can
really.
you tell me?
I heard today was the deadline for them to announce, because it was
Uh-huh.
supposed to be. They said June. I think they were waiting for this game or something like that. I don't know what they're waiting for, to be honest. I just want them to, whatever they're doing, let them do it now, so that we can have time to prepare for next season, because transfers take time, and we're not the best at transfers. Manu is not the best
Yeah.
at transfers. We take a whole 3 months plus to bring in one player. So we
Yeah.
need to get this thing going as soon as possible. At this point, I don't think I care anymore who we sell it to, whether it's Sajim or Altani. Anyone is fine for me.
Yeah.
Even though I prefer, the oil money. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Um, Liverpool. So one of your legends is leaving. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Firmino.
Uh-huh.
I think what's one of your best memories of Firmino, in Liverpool shirt?
Like, if I have to choose one, it will be very difficult. I will feel like, because like I have many moments of him. I just love the guy. I just
Yeah.
love what he offered as a footballer. And you know, when we talk about a striker, we talk about a player who is there to, finish off the chances, who is there to be
Score
deadly, who's
goals.
there
Yeah.
to be selfish, who is there to do all these kind of things, being so selfish, like wanting to score so many goals as anybody else, wanting to take the limelight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was not him, right? He was not that type of player. He was that player who always think like, how can I make the team better?
Mhm.
That is what he's always thinking. How can I make
Mhm.
the team better? And he was always working for the team, and he was so happy to do those kind of things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if things come his way, if he does something good, he's also happy for himself.
Mhm.
So he's that kind of player who is happy for everybody, and like everybody loves Bobby.
Mhm.
If I have to choose one moment that I think it's always resonate in my mind, um, the, there was this goal that Mane scored a few seasons ago against Southampton. If I'm not right, Mane was 1-on-1 with the keeper. He just chipped the keeper, but the ball was slowing down while the ball was going in the net. So Bobby was just right in front of the ball. He could just tap the ball in, right? He could
I
just
claim the
tap the ball
goal.
in and claim the goal. And players are paid for like goal bonus and stuff like this. So if he scored the goal, then he get some reward for that.
Mhm.
But he just raised his hand up and then waited for the ball to go, blocked the, like try to screen any player that is coming to the ball. And he was not offside, right? It was not like, oh, I
Yeah.
might be offside. So if I touch the ball, it was just that somebody has done a job there. So
Mhm.
I'm not gonna ruin it for him.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
was how good a teammate
Selfless
he
he
was.
was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like without Bobby, Salah and Mane
Yeah,
will never
I
have
think
worked
so.
at Liverpool.
Actually,
Without
yeah,
him,
he's the one that made the front three click. Anytime he played, remember there was a time we usually call him defensive striker. Right? You remember why
defensive
we call him
striker, yeah,
defensive striker? Because he's a striker that doesn't do what a striker is supposed to do. Like you said, scoring all the goals, taking all the limelight.
hmm
He just wants to drop and then create the play. He's like the hub of that
hmm
Liverpool. When you guys were top, like winning the league, I mean, in the Champions League, he was
hmm
the one that was making all those moves,
yeah.
drawing out the defenders and letting Mane and Salah be the
And
main
Salah
guys
cut
that
it
are scoring the
inside,
goals. Yeah.
yeah.
I've always
And he
admired
was,
him, to be honest. I've always
yeah,
admired
yeah.
him.
Yeah, he was a worker. I think Klopp describes him the best. Klopp,
Yeah.
he's so good at saying these kind of things. He say, if Liverpool was a like musical play, Bobby will be the orchestra. He will be that one
Yeah.
who connects everybody,
I
connects
think so. I
everything
think
that
so.
is going on,
I think
and
so.
that is what the guy was. So
Mm.
yeah, I feel so bad. Like I like not bad, but I feel so like sad Sad is the right word. I feel so sad that he is leaving Liverpool, and but I understand why,
Yeah, I
because
think so too.
I always try to look at the sentimental side and then also look at the other side of it. For him, it is better now because he cannot do what he used to do, and he might need to change his style. And it's not easy living in Liverpool. Like he struggled when he came at Liverpool in the initial stage with Rogers
The
playing him
weather,
at
right? The
the
rainy
weather and all
weekend.
those kind of things. Rogers playing him at wing back and stuff like that. All those kind of things happened with him. It was so tough for him because he was not a Rogers signing. Like
Mm,
because that time Liverpool had a boot room kind of like they have a transfer committee. They decide
mhm,
what they basically it's still there, but now it's more with the consultation of the coach. But before they have a transfer committee who just give you players, and then the coach has to work with these players. So Bobby was never a Rogers player, so it was difficult for Rogers to integrate him in. So when Klopp came, Klopp had known him from Germany because he wanted to sign him while he was at Dortmund and stuff like that. So when he came, he was so happy to have him and work with him. And then the attitude this guy showed, the commitment he showed, like every single game. You can even see our last game, our final game. He came on in the second half. Liverpool were losing that game, and he was the most eager person for the team to win. He was still that competitive person. Like he's just an exceptional player.
yeah.
Very, very like yeah. It is sad that he will not join us in our Europa League adventure. So, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So good luck to Bobby. He's one of the FPL greats. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I have a
Um.
plan for him with FPL though this week, so that when we get to our team, I will tell you.
Yeah. That's where we're going to actually next. So it's a good segue to go into
Yeah,
the
but before we go there, we haven't talked about Liverpool and Europa League. What's your thought on us with the
I
Europa League? Are
mean,
we gonna win it? Or we gonna go all the way? What
you
are we
have a
gonna do
chance.
there?
You have a chance because you are like, even though you had a bad season, I still feel like the season. Liverpool is Liverpool. It's one of the top two or top five best teams in the world. You just had a bad
Mm,
season, and I think if you have a good summer where you replace all the players in midfield or anything that you need to do,
yeah,
to motivate yourself again, I think you can get there. And obviously, if you are a Champions League team and you've won the Champions League in the last 5 years, you definitely have a big chance of winning the Europa. I
yeah,
don't know whether the players will be motivated enough, but yeah,
yeah. That's
you have a
that's
chance.
another thing, right?
Yeah,
Motivation is another
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But I'm sure because last year we had this kind of a bad season, Lamb. We came back and bounced back very strongly. That was last season, right? So now this is another one. Let's see how they react to this kind of setback. It's a big setback because, like I say, for me, I will never I will never talk about the transfers or the players we have and the players we don't have. Like I just believe the players we had in that team. If you see Salah's comment, maybe you will understand what I mean.
Yeah, I think I saw
Uh
his comment.
yeah, what he said was there is no excuse. We had the players, we like the professionals, we have these top players in this team. Everything was there. It was just not good enough. We were not good enough. Like it is inexcusable. So for me, I don't care who got injured. I don't care who we sign or who we did not sign. I don't care who the opponents
They
get.
should do better.
This squad we have, it should be finishing in the top four. So anything other than top four, it is bad. And yeah, that is my general feeling on this one. So yeah, so now the punishment is to go into the Europa League, and then they need to go in there and do something. But yeah, we will be there. Like they say, no matter what, we will be there.
No, yeah, man. Okay, so enough of the fun corner. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Moving
Yeah.
on to the main segment, which is the last game week 28 preview.
Yes.
I think let's just jump into it before we go into our team selections. It's a bit
Yeah.
difficult. It's a difficult one because we have a few teams who are on the beach. We have a few teams that have already Man City has won it,
Like
crown
and
champions.
a few managers who are on the beach too.
Yeah,
Like
so there's few managers, so they're going to do rotations, but there's a few that are fighting for Europa spots.
no,
You
I
know,
mean few FPL managers who are on the beach
I know,
too.
like me, I just want, that's why I just want to I want the season to be over because I don't want to start taking some major risks. I just want to play this.
Yeah.
So do you have any points that we can discuss shortly?
Yes, of course, of course. Like if you look at the fixtures, like let me just bring up the fixtures on the screen so that we can. Yeah, that is the fixture. So all games will be played on Sunday, at the
Mhm.
same time. Like I have never been this less interested in the final day of the season. But seriously, man, serious thing. It's not easy. No, it's with that. I can understand. You know, fans look at season when the season is about to end, and then the
Mm.
fans are like just hoping that the season finishes. Okay, this is the fixtures. We
Okay.
look at them. Arsenal they play Wolves. Arsenal, I think they are already done. They are
Yeah, I think they just want the
like,
season to finish right now.
I, yeah,
Mhm.
they just want the season to finish. Aston Villa, they play Brighton. That could be an interesting game because
Yeah,
both teams
yeah.
are fighting for the Europa League. So
That
there is
exactly.
something to
That's a
play
good
for
one.
there.
Yeah.
Brentford, Man City. Man City now have nothing
Avoid.
to play for. They have already
Yep.
now it's all they are thinking about is the Champions League and the FA Cup finals. So the league they are not thinking about it. So I can see a lot of rotations there with them.
Hmm.
Chelsea, that team has been in the beach since January.
It can, it can be a serious hammering, but it's at home.
uh,
And I'm sure that they don't want to be humiliated at home, so it might be a
uh,
tougher game that people think. I hope.
But winning is a difficult thing for that manager, the Lampard.
Yeah.
Winning is a difficult. Is like is very difficult for him. Like you look at Manchester City and you say losing is a difficult thing for Manchester City.
Mm.
Chelsea it is the opposite. Winning is a big problem for that team. But they play Newcastle team too, who have nothing to play for. They
Yeah,
are
they
now
already qualified. Yeah.
over jubilant about the Champions League qualification, which is like fast track their progress because
Hmm.
we all know Newcastle is going to be a powerhouse very soon at some point.
Hmm.
So this Champions League is already, make them push them like expectation was lower than this for Champions League. Maybe this season they wanted to be in the Europa League or stuff like that, but
Yeah.
all of a sudden they are in the Champions League, like a booster or something like that. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. Congratulations, Nottingham Forest. Yeah, they were a team that everybody tipped to go down,
Yeah,
especially at the start
definitely.
they
Even
had.
I tipped them to go down. They really were. They
Yeah.
started the season, and they did
So
well.
them and Bournemouth absolutely firing, it did absolutely good. And this is the first time I think in a very long time that all three promoted teams stay in the Premier League. Almost every season one will have to go down. So
Yeah.
now we have Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, and Fulham. Fulham had an exceptional season, to be honest.
Oh,
But
Fulham, they did well. Yeah.
yeah, let's go back to the fixtures. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, Everton, Bournemouth, Everton. They have the relegation to fight for. Leeds, they have the relegation to fight for against Tottenham and Leicester City. So those three teams, Leicester, Everton, and Leeds, they have something to play for. Man United, Fulham, nothing to play for. They are
Nothing to
both
play
teams. I
for.
think
Yeah.
Liverpool, Southampton, to nothing to
Bobby
play for.
send off.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Southampton
now
has already been relegated, so yeah, just.
yeah. So if you want to look at the points, I think you're gonna target those teams that have something to play for, and
Mhm.
like you say, players like Bobby Firmino, who has a final game, and I think Klopp will start him. If
I think
I
so
think
too.
so,
I think so too. Yeah.
yeah.
And I hope he scores, but I don't. I wish I could afford him, but I can't afford him. I think we'll talk about that more in our teams.
In the team
So
section, yeah.
yeah, I think we can move on to the teams.
Yeah. So what other players are you looking at?
For me,
For the
I was looking at players like let me see. I think I was thinking a bit. West Ham, Antonio, because right now for my team, this is not general, but for my team, I feel like Antonio, like strikers, I can only fit in a striker. Alvarez needs to go out, and then I bring in a striker, or because I
Mhm.
don't have much money in the bank anyway, I have 1.3 million, or replace match and then and play a 3-5-2. I think I'll talk about this. So, but I was looking at Antonio,
Mhm.
Awoni, Solanke,
Only.
Watkins,
Mhm.
and Edward. Some of these teams are all the teams that have something to play for, maybe a spot in the European football.
But see,
But
Antonio don't have much. Antonio don't have much to play
West
for.
Ham, yeah. But
Do
they
they
play
have anything
Leicester.
to play?
Leicester, they lead goals. Even though I was surprised that they didn't against West Ham. I mean Newcastle. So yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. But I think Leicester they need that game more than
they
West Ham.
need
West
the
Ham are
game.
thinking
They
about
need the game. Yeah,
their final. Manchester
they need
United
the
too.
game.
I don't think like it's a difficult one. I think maybe players like Watkins, maybe you might get something there because Aston Villa playing. But Brighton too, you never know. It's a difficult fixture.
It's a difficult picture for any team. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't know
Yeah,
which version of Brighton will show. The one that lost 5-0 against
to
Everton.
Everton, yeah, or the one
Uh,
that trashed Which
Yeah,
team did they trash again in 5-0?
Arsenal.
Leicester. Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah.
4.
So
Yeah, all right, let's move on to our
let's move to
teams.
our yeah
And
to our teams. Let's start with your team since you have two transfers. I wish I had two transfers this last game. That would have been nice. To just
so
freestyle.
okay, let me
Yeah,
just share my team on the screen. My team, how it is looking at the moment. Uh yeah,
yeah.
as you know, I am on the beach already.
No.
I'm already chilling in the beach. I'm surfing right now in the beach. So my team looks like this. You have Edison, Estopinan, Trent, and Dalo. Dalo, he's not playing. I don't know. So he's gonna go
Yeah.
out. Mitoma, Salah, Grealish, McAllister, and Rashford. Grealish too. I don't think he's gonna play. Wilson and Haaland up top. So I have two free transfers to do. I am thinking I like one of those boys at Crystal Palace. They play
As
Nottingham
a yeah,
Forest,
yeah.
like Eze or Olise,
Mhm,
those type of boys. I'm thinking about them. So in order to get Bobby, I need to downgrade somebody in my midfield. So if I
mhm.
downgrade Grealish to an
Yeah.
Eze or an Olise, then I
I
can fund
yeah.
Bobby with a Wilson or with an Isaac. So these are the two transfers I'm thinking right now.
Mhm.
Bobby and Olise for Grealish and Wilson. What do you think should I do with my two free transfer?
Yeah, I think
But
Grealish.
Dalo too is a
I don't
problem.
think he will play because if he's injured, they might want to keep him and let him rest for the FA Cup final next
Yeah,
week. I
yeah,
think
and the Champions League, yeah.
yeah, and the Champions League. So if you downgrade him to somebody who's on the bench or a bench player, you
Mm-hmm.
will have money to upgrade. Maybe Isak to Bobby. Who knows? Maybe
Yeah,
Isak might start up front because they don't need this game anymore. But they might want to finish that, and that might be something that they haven't done in a long time. So there are two ways to go about this. I
yeah. I
think
think for them they will play their players because at least they have
they
had
don't
an
have
exceptional season.
they
So
don't
they will
have
gonna
any other
finish on they were gonna
yeah
finish on a high, and
yeah.
Chelsea is a good test for them.
Hmm.
So they don't have anything to play for after this. So maybe they will go all out, enjoy their season, finish it in high, and then build for that from next season.
Yeah, I think so too. Your team
Hmm.
is solid, man. I will just replace Trippier with Dallo because Dallo I don't think he's going to play, but we
Hmm.
also might feel a weakened team because we want to keep our players fit. We don't want to have any injuries like the Casemiro. Some of these key players, we don't need to play them. We
Yeah, yeah.
already
And
have.
also
Yeah.
Rashford is injured, right? I had
No, he's
yesterday.
back. He's back.
No, 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 not Rashford. Sure.
Sure, he's injured. Yeah, he's flagged, so we don't know what the injury. I know Anthony is out because he's might be a
Uh-huh.
very serious injury,
What
but
happened to Anthony?
Shaw might play. I don't think maybe it's just a cautionary substitution that they did for him. So
What
yeah, I
happened to
think your team
Anthony?
is looking solid, man. I will just captain Salah in this game because it's Southampton.
No,
So
I'm bringing Hala. I'm bringing Bobby and captaining him 100%. If
okay,
he comes
yeah,
into my team,
that's a
I'm
good
gonna
one.
captain him.
That's
Yeah, and sign him off. I
that's
have
good.
nothing to play for. I am around 500,000 right now. At least maybe I will get into the top 500,000.
Mhm.
It's okay. It's not gonna be my worst season. At least it's not
Yeah.
gonna be my worst FPL season. That is a good thing. That's a positive of my season this year.
Okay.
What happened? What happened to Anthony? By the way, you are talking about Anthony. What happened to
He
him?
had an injury. They haven't confirmed what type of injury, but the coach said that it might be a serious one. So
Mm.
I don't think I think his season is ended. I think he might be needing surgery. I hope he doesn't need surgery. I hope it's something that they can, but I don't think he's gonna play again. Definitely.
Yeah, but how do you say you have to? Yeah, your team. You have to say your team.
Yeah, that's the last one. My team. I
Yeah.
only have one transfer to make, and I think I already know who I'm going to bring in. I'm going to bring in either Watkins or Edward. Oh, uh, you want me to? Can you show my
Yeah,
team?
you have to share your team. Like just present it, and this is why I
Okay.
wanted you to make a presentation too.
I see. I see. I see.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just bring up the fixtures again and see.
Can you see?
All right, yeah, I can see your team now.
Yeah. This is my team. Yeah. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
Kepa.
Kepa is still there, but Raya. Um, is usually the one that comes in. But I think I might change it. I might change it for Kepa. But it depends. It's Man City, man. Like I don't want them to trash him. So it's
Yeah,
been finally.
but they will be resting players, so that I think that is a good one
Yeah.
for my.
Yeah, I think I'm playing 3-5-2 or a 3-5-3, depending who I bring in. But most likely a 3-4-3. Sorry. I have Trent, Estupinian, Trippier. Those are set. In
Yeah.
midfield, I have Rashford, Eze, Mitoma, Salah, captain, and I have Haaland and Wilson and Alvarez. So Alvarez might give way to Watkins or Edward. So those are my changes.
Yeah, but
This is the
Alvarez,
final.
I think Alvarez is a good point. I think he starts this one. Alvarez, in my
Yeah,
opinion, I think he
but I
starts.
can't. I have to. I don't know. I think it starts, but still, I can't have two of them. One of them has to go out. I don't want to. I don't want to bench Wilson. He can score. Haaland. There's no way I'm gonna. I'm gonna bench Haaland or
No,
change him.
but do you need to bench them? Like, do you need to bench them?
I don't need to, but I don't. I think one of them is gonna play, and I don't think both of them will score. That's the thing.
But whatever the case, if you bring a striker, you're going to start him, right?
Yeah.
So it means you are going to play 4-3-3. So yeah,
3-4-3. Yeah.
3-4-3. And I know you don't want to do a boring goalkeeping transfer because that's the final game week. But I think looking at your team, that is the weakest thing right now. Because Kepa, Chelsea, it's Chelsea. They are bad. And Raya, he plays Man City.
So you think my goalkeeping situation is the weakest link?
Yeah, it's the weakest link. If I look at your team, your weakest link is the goalkeeping situation right now. So because Alvarez, it could be Alvarez starting and Haaland benching because Man City have won the league. So the chances of Haaland being rested is higher now than it was when Man City were fighting for something. Because if you know they're fighting for the Champions League, they are fighting for the FA Cup. And why do we play a Haaland right now? What do we? They don't target. Haaland will not break the goal scoring record this season. He already broke that. Sorry, so he don't need to break that because he will break it again next season or stuff like that. It's not something that I want to beat this target and stuff like that. So I don't see the need to start Haaland from Manchester City's point of view, and I don't see why Haaland will want to play and hit some heights and stuff like that. So he will be happy to be rested to be prepared for the Champions League and stuff like that. So if that happens, then it means Alvarez starts. And if Alvarez maybe starts, maybe Haaland bench. So it could be either way. For me, I think having both of them can be a good thing. But yeah, again, it's yeah.
That's a good point that you brought up. Yeah, I will see. You never know. I might even bring in Kane for Haaland and take a last.
Yeah. I like this idea, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's the last one. Anyway.
Because Kane play who they play? One of the relegated clubs. That is one of the relegation battling clubs, Leeds United. So yeah, that would be a very interesting one.
It can be a high scoring game. You never know. It can be.
Yeah.
So that's that. Anything you want to discuss before we close the final game of the season?
Usually you have the review and stuff like that. Talk about.
I think we'll have an episode. We'll have an episode for that. We can make a special episode for that.
Yeah, okay. That should be before the season start or during.
No, just maybe next week. You never know if we have the time.
Okay. The sooner the better, huh?
Yeah, the sooner the better, yeah.
All right. No worries. Then we will do that. Of course that now we are busy with the World Cup and stuff like that. But we will of course
we'll try and figure it out. Yeah.
My season needs a proper postmortem. My season needs a proper postmortem, or else before I lose my way next season. I don't want to lose my way. I want to go back to what I used to do. Even I did it at the start of this season. It just did not work, but hopefully I can. I don't lose my path. A lot of things that I used to do, I forget. In a way. Because of the way the season gone, I have not been doing those things regularly. It's just like muscle memory, right? Yeah. Even when you play football, when you have not played for a while, so when you come back, you are lost. What are you going to do? You are rusty, right? So that's kind of how I feel about FPL in terms of my thinking process and stuff like that. So it is important for me to have a postmortem and think about what I said earlier and what I was doing earlier and those kind of things, That
will motivate you for next season. I think that's the biggest thing. Yeah,
definitely. I know Yeah, I'll be ready. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be
no
there
matter what.
next season, no matter what.
All right,
Yeah,
man. So thank you guys for supporting the pod as usual, even though we haven't been as consistent as we would like to be this season. Hopefully
yeah,
next season will be different. It's just
yeah,
scheduling conflicts and other things going on, but we vow to make it better next season. And in the
definitely.
meantime, please check out our live stream for the under 20 Gambia
Mhm.
World Cup. The boys are doing well. They've won 2 games. They've qualified
Yeah,
to the next
flying.
stages. Yeah, and then we are flying. So if you like international tournaments, I think it's good to give the boys a support because they're doing really well.
They are doing
Any plug
absolutely
that you
well.
wanna plug before we finally draw a curtain to this season?
Yeah. Like, of course, we always like to thank our returning subscribers, our returning listeners and stuff like that. But also to urge others who have not been subscribed to the Jollof Football Bantaba to also consider hitting that subscribe button for the channel, and of course, try to follow our social media accounts. To go to Classic, we have a Twitter account, which of course we will try to Uh, make it more important next season again. And then we have the Jollof Football Bantaba Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, especially when it comes to Gambian football and stuff like that. You can always, Jollof Football Bantaba is the home of Gambian football. We bring a lot of stuff for you guys. So please consider sticking around by subscribing to the channel. And yeah, watch out for more videos on the Jollof Football Bantaba relating to football and also fantasy. And maybe, hopefully, we can even increase the scope of what we are doing. You never know. I don't
Definitely.
know if it is, yeah.
That's
But
possible.
anyways, guys, yeah,
All right, guys. Thank you and good luck in the final game week. We wish you guys all the best and see you in the season review podcast. I
yes.
mean, sorry,
See you.
video. Oh,
Yeah.
video cast. All right. Thank you.
Goodbye, guys.